crazy actually, some of the games. Obviously in that Christmas period now, so lots of games. I'm going to talk through the games and then also going to use this as a bit of a preview and prediction for the weekend games. So yeah, of course, let me know any of your thoughts on the games, and yeah, let's get into it and recap what happened in the week. So Bournemouth 0, Everton 1, goal from Jack Grealish. The only goal in the game here, Everton pick up a rare win actually against Bournemouth. They never really win against Bournemouth, but they managed to win this one away from home here. I think it was definitely deserved. Everton had quite a few chances, but didn't really put them away. Again, Diano Barry had some good chances, really should have scored. Still searching for his first goal, and I mean, it's typical problems really for Everton. That striker position all season long has been an issue. It was a problem last year, and it still remains one, but good performance and good win for Everton. Jack Grealish grabbing a goal. Again, very good performance from him, as he has done since he's joined Everton, and improving that output is something which I think him and Moyes have spoken about, and getting a goal there is very good. So a nice win for Everton. Bournemouth though, a really poor performance, really poor, really flat, no intensity, struggled to create any chances, and just quietly they've kind of gone under the radar now, but that is 5 games without a win, 4 losses in their last 5 games too. Now I wouldn't be overly concerned here because, granted, they lost to City and Villa, which can happen. Sunderland are a good team as well, and I think some of their performances haven't been too bad. But I mean, you look at their upcoming games, and they've got Chelsea coming up and United. They could easily lose those two, and suddenly you're looking at 7 games without a win, and now it's like, momentum's a big thing. Suddenly morale and everything will change. So Bournemouth really do need to try and stop this rut soon, because it might spiral into something. Alright, let's talk about this madness of a game. Fulham 4, Manchester City 5. A goal from Emil Smith-Rowe, Alex Iwobi, a brace for Samuel Chukwueze, a goal for Haaland, Tijani Reinders, a brace for Phil Foden, and an own goal from Sander Berge. Now, I did not expect this. A 9-goal thriller, and almost one of the greatest comebacks in Premier League history was made here. Absolutely wild game. Manchester City were 5-1 up in this game, and by the end of it were actually sweating, and if it wasn't for a Josko Gvardiol last ditch clearance off the line, it would have been, as I said, one of the greatest comebacks in Premier League history. Oh, what do I even say about this game? I guess City, incredible going forward, and it's another game where they've shown that they can score goals without Haaland. Haaland got two assists actually in this game and a goal, which was his 100th Premier League goal in I think 111 games, which is mental. But Phil Foden really does look back to his best. That's back-to-back braces now, and if they can get Foden keeping this form up, then City are gonna have some serious weapons on their hands here. And as I said, their goal scoring now is starting to be shared out a little bit, which is really encouraging. The bad thing is their defence is absolutely abysmal. The fact that they were 5-1 up and almost threw it away, I'm sorry, but no Premier League champion is really doing that, right? Their defence, as it really has been for last year, has been really poor. Donnarumma as well in this game probably should have done a little bit better. I saw a stat that like he has like the lowest save percentage, I think, in the Premier League. But yeah, that defence, it needs to be sorted out. The attack is now fine, but the defence, I mean, I don't think Pep wants to be really doing these 9-goal games anytime soon. But yeah, Fulham, incredible fight back. They'll be very annoyed though that they, left it that late to actually start playing football, because they were getting absolutely cooked before that. And it's pretty crazy. They scored 4 goals from 0.9 XG. Samuel Chukwueze though, I mean, why on earth Marco Silva does not play this guy is beyond me. Every single time he plays, he has been terrific. Scored a brace off the bench in this game too. He needs to be starting almost every game. He has been terrific. And he's going off to the AFCON soon, so I think we need to maximise him because he is fantastic. But what a game! Alright, Newcastle 2, Spurs 2, a goal from Bruno Guimaraes, Anthony Gordon, and a brace for Christian Romero. So a rather unexpected brace here, and a crazy one too. A 95th minute bicycle kick from centre-back Christian Romero salvages a point for Spurs. And to be honest, this game is just really the story of both teams' season, honestly. Newcastle, not an amazing performance. They created a few chances, but not a lot at all, in all honesty. Managed to take the lead, chuck it away, managed to take the lead again, and chuck it away again. These guys cannot see out games when they take the lead, as they have done, again, for most of the season. The same old issues persist. And for Spurs, again, same old issues of cannot create a chance to save their life, particularly in the first half. Yet again, just absolutely diabolical first half with nothing creativity-wise. And then managed to nick something with set pieces, except this game they actually did manage to salvage a point. And Thomas Frank needed that, because if they had lost that game, that would have been 4 losses in a row. I mean, it's still not great. They're still winless in 5 now, but it's a point, so they'll take it. But yeah, both two teams with, I think, quite a few problems in my opinion, and Spurs will be happy with that point, but Newcastle, yeah, that was bad. That was bad. They really should have won that game. Arsenal 2, Brentford 0, got from Miguel Marino and Bukayo Saka. So Arsenal with a pretty comfortable win here at home against Brentford. They rotated their team a little bit in this game, but got the win. It was definitely deserved, clearly the better team. Also Brentford, did cause them some problems, and in the second half sort of tried to take the game to them a little bit. And they did have a great chance at 1-0 to level it up, but David Raya pulled off a crazy save. I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. David Raya pulled off a mental save to keep it out, and maybe if that goal went in, it could have changed the game, but in the end, they eventually killed it off in the 91st minute. Kelleher popped on wrist there. Probably should have saved that, but yeah. Arsenal get the win. As I said, a heavily rotated team as well. Ben White and Madueke came in and they looked really good together. Marino, really nice goal, great movement. Although they did pick up some injuries. Mascara picked up an injury, which is not ideal, of course, with Gabriel and Saliba both out. And Declan Rice also came off with injury. Now I'm not sure how serious his injury is, but if he is out for a while, then that is going to be a big problem. But yeah, good win for Arsenal. Alright, another absolutely wild game here. Brighton 3, Villa 4. A brace for Van Heck, a goal, is a brace for Ollie Watkins, a goal for Amadou Onana, and a goal for Marlon. So, yeah, like I said, another mad thriller of a game here. Brighton 2-0 up and squandered it in the first half as well, which is crazy. To be fair, they did sort of come 2-0 up out of the blue, like both their goals weren't, it was a pretty even game up until that point, and then they just came out of nowhere there. And then Villa really grew into the game. Ollie Watkins grabs a brace, finally breaks his goal-scoring duck, and his second goal was really well taken. It was almost classic Watkins. And hopefully for Villa that can instill some confidence in him in front of goal, and he can maybe sort of kickstart his season now. But I thought second half Villa were much better. They played really well, and then managed to get those 2 goals, which eventually ended the game. Van Heck scored a really good second goal, grabbed a brace in this game. I don't know what it is with centre-backs grabbing braces this week. But yeah, then Danny Welbeck had a massive chance in the last second, but shout out to Marco Bizot, who Emi Martinez got injured in the warm-up. He came in and pulled off a unreal save with the last kick of the game to keep the 3 points for Villa. And Villa actually move up to 3rd in the table. That is 4 wins in a row in the Premier League now. Honestly, don't know how this has happened. Like, Villa have just quietly gone under the radar after such a poor start to the season. They are, now purring and now picking up win after win, so fair play to them. Alright, Burnley 0, Crystal Palace 1, a goal from Daniel Munoz. So Palace pick up a win here, and honestly, I do think they were quite fortunate. Burnley, I think, were the better team in this game. I actually thought this was one of Burnley's better performances all season. They could be really disappointed if they didn't get a result here. I think, as I said, they were the better side in this game, but couldn't really take their chances, and then Palace took their one and only chance. Daniel Munoz took it nicely. But yeah, like I said, I think Burnley, while that is now 5 losses in a row, I think they can actually take quite a lot from that game. Their performance was really good, and they were just very unlucky not to get that win in the end. But well done to Palace. Wasn't the best performance, wasn't the best game from them, but they dug in and got the 3 points. So nice. Wolves 0, Nottingham Forest 1, a goal for Igor Jesus. So, Nottingham Forest pick up a win here, and definitely deserved, in my opinion, definitely the better team in this game. It was a pretty low action affair, but Forest, Igor Jesus had the ball in the back of the net beforehand, but that was ruled out, and then eventually scored. He's been quite good actually, I think, this season. Under Dyche, he's actually done okay. Sort of starting to establish that striker role as his own now, ahead of Chris Wood and Callum Owendo, so good for him. And another win under Dyche, has really stabilised them, and they look perfectly fine. But it's another loss for Wolves and Rob Edwards. It was a poor performance, that first half in particular. Look at that, just one shot the entire half. They had that one chance from it for Jean Arias, which they should have scored, but really besides that they didn't threaten too much. Really poor still without a win. They haven't had a new manager bounce either. No points on the board yet under Rob Edwards, and I think Wolves, I think they already knew this, but they are completely done here unless something drastic changes, which I just don't see happening anytime soon. Oh boy, Leeds 3, Chelsea 1, goals from Jakobio, Ayo Tanaka, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Pedro Neto. So So Leeds pull off a bit of a shock here, beating Chelsea comfortably here 3-1, and it was completely deserved. They were comfortably the better team in this game. We look at that. They absolutely battered Chelsea here. The intensity that they played in, they really just bullied us. They really did. We couldn't cope. It was men against boys, to use a sort of cliche, but it really was. They were just physical, up in our face. The front two, Nemetra and Calvert-Lewin, were just all over, bullying our centre backs. The back three again, bullying us from set pieces, bullying us pressing. It was a schooling, it was a battering, it was a mauling from Leeds. And fair play to Leeds, by the way. Tanaka, great goal as well. Fark needed this, relieve a bit of pressure off him. First win in 4. And after that, disappointing collapse at the end versus City. Getting a win like this is fantastic and really will instill some hope in their fans that, Fark could be the guy and maybe they can stay up. But they were great in this game. But as for Chelsea, I mean, just as I was getting some hope, just as I was starting to believe a little bit, I was starting to think, hey, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, we might be able to do something this season. I was starting to have that glimmer of hope that maybe we could keep pushing. We could, just get the wins, keep pace with Arsenal, and who knows, we might be able to do something. And then this absolute shocker happens. As I said, we got bullied, we got battered from pillar to post in this game. We did not deserve anything. It was an embarrassing performance, an embarrassing result. And yeah, I mean, all my hopes and dreams of potentially winning the league this season have been dashed, quite frankly, after that shocker, because that was a horrible performance, and we completely deserved to lose that game. Right, Liverpool 1, Sunderland 1, a own goal from Nordi Mukiele and a goal for Talby. So, Liverpool dropped points in this one to Sunderland, but it really could have been a lot worse. Wilson Isidore had a chance right at the death in the 94th minute. Rounded Alisson, but shout out to Chiesa, ran back and managed to clear it off the line to stop another loss at home for Liverpool. But in the end, it is a draw, and not a great performance from Liverpool. Sunderland, I thought, the better team in this game. Liverpool really did struggle to breathe them down. I mean, look at that. They had one big chance the entire game. Sunderland did defend really well, but yeah, Liverpool struggled to break them down, and then really weak on that goal from Dalby, but it was a nice effort. Now, I'm not going to sort of rip into Liverpool here, because I will say it's actually no shame in dropping points to Sunderland at home, which obviously if you said this at the start of the season, Liverpool fans would be fuming, but I mean, Chelsea lost to Sunderland at home, Arsenal drew to Sunderland. Sunderland are a very good team, and I need to give them immense credit here. So it's not actually the end of the world drawing to Sunderland, but yeah, it was not a great performance from Liverpool, who, as I said, really struggled to create a bunch of clear-cut opportunities in this game. Right, and finally, Manchester United 1, West Ham 1, goal for Diego Dalot and Magassa. So, I mean, this was actually quite similar, to be honest. There wasn't really too much to split the teams, and in the end it ended a draw. West Ham salvaged a point at the death with Magassa goal, and again, like the Liverpool-Sunderland game, United are going to be frustrated here that they drew this game, and I don't think they were particularly great. They probably were the better team, but much. I mean, again, they don't really create a whole heap of chances in this game. They didn't really put West Ham to the sword. The first half was so dull. Both teams really didn't do anything. They grabbed their goal, United, and didn't really do a whole lot after it. And then West Ham pulled that goal out of nowhere, really. And that was that. So, yeah, really disappointed for United. The problem with United is they're just so inconsistent this season, aren't they? You think they've turned a corner, you think, had a couple decent results, and then bang, lose at home to Everton. Recover with a nice win against Palace, and then bang, drop points at home to West Ham. They just super inconsistent. And yeah, quite poor dropping points here, but good point for West Ham. I thought Magassa in general was amazing this game. Bowen, a one-man band, trying his best in this game. West Ham defended really well. They really didn't offer too much going forward, but then a bit of a smash and grab from that corner in the end. And they'll definitely take that point. For sure. But yeah, that was the midweek games then. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a preview and prediction for these weekend games. So Villa Arsenal, this should be good. Villa at home here, you got a Villa side, as we mentioned, are bang in form right now. So this is going to be tough for Arsenal, particularly if they are missing Rice. Villa tend to do well, usually against Arsenal. I'm still not convinced though this Villa team is amazing. I just think they're in good form. I think Arsenal are going to drop points out. I don't think they'll lose, but I think it'll be 1-1 in this game. I think it'll be 1-1. Bournemouth, Chelsea. I mean, two teams here who really need a win. Bournemouth, as we mentioned, are in a bit of a rut right now. And Chelsea, off at shocker versus Leeds, need a win. I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea. I think we will get the job done, but I'm not sure it's gonna be easy. Everton, Nottingham Forest, the Sean Dyche derby. This should be an interesting one. Two teams in pretty decent form, actually. I actually think there might be a few goals in this. I'm gonna go 2-2 in this game. Oh, this is good. Manchester City versus Sunderland. Now, Sunderland obviously have been amazing this season. As I said, took points off Liverpool, took points off Arsenal, took points off Chelsea, all away, besides Arsenal. City, while they've been good, I really do think this could be a banana skin. Sunderland have been amazing, and of course problems against the big teams. I think Sunderland will grab something here. I'm going to go another 1-1 draw here. I think Sunderland are going to take something from this game. Newcastle, Burnley, I think this is going to absolutely reek. I don't think there's going to be many goals or many chances in this game. I think Burnley will make it hard for Newcastle, but in the end, 1-0 Newcastle. Ooh, the Thomas Frank derby then. Tottenham versus Brentford. This is a very, very important game for Frank and Spurs. At home, their home record has been awful. And, I mean, if he loses at home to his old club, Brentford, I genuinely think that might be the end of him. I think it's going to be so embarrassing that he's going to get sacked. Or at least all of the fans will want his head. So there's big pressure on this game. I think Spurs are just about going to get a win. I think it's going to be 2-1 Spurs, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Brentford won this and Thomas Frank's gone. Leeds, Liverpool, very, very interesting. Obviously, Leeds have had that amazing win against Chelsea, so this is really a bad time for Liverpool to face Leeds away. I mean, if Leeds play the way they did against us, then they're we're gonna win this game, but I think Liverpool. I think Liverpool will win. I'm going 1-0 Liverpool. Actually, they ain't keeping a clean sheet. They can't defend to save their lives. 2-1. Brighton, West Ham. I think it's be a draw. I'm gonna go 1-1. And Fulham, Palace. I'm gonna go Fulham. I think Fulham. We'll take this. I'm gonna go 2-0 Fulham. And Man United, Wolves. Why are Man United always playing on a Monday? I don't know, but I mean Wolves. They need a win desperately, but I don't think it's coming anytime soon based on how they're playing. And I think, this is a game United typically actually mess up on. So, having said, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually lost this. They always seem to mess up these types of games.